This is 10 features we want in F1 Manager 2022. I have completed more than 5 seasons, so I think I know what the game needs. I will be telling you the top 10 features I want to see in the game. So without wasting any time, let's get into it. The first feature is really something the game needs. The ability to change teams. Your goal is always to improve. What happens when you win your first championship? There isn't the same motivation to keep playing. When I used to play the normal F1 career mode, I would max out a team and then move on to the next team. I want to be able to do that in F1 Manager. The second feature I want to see in the game is F2 and F3. I know there is F2 and F3 drivers, but I want a championship or even the ability to control a F2 or F3 team. I think this will always be exciting because as soon as your driver wins a championship, you lose the ability to use him since you can't stay in F2. And now the other part, even if they just add F2 and F3 standings, where you can see the standings and see who's doing well. This will show you which junior drivers to look at to potentially join your F1 team. The next feature I want to see in the game is a change to the drivers. Firstly, I want them to have different personalities, where they don't just pull over to let the teammate through, because we know there is some F1 drivers that wouldn't just pull over. Some drivers should be willing to do that, and others might disobey the order for a while. This will be another element you will need to look at before signing a driver. Feature number 4 is also to do with drivers. I want to see some paid drivers. I know a lot of people is against paid drivers, but they are part of the sport, and the ability to sign a paid driver and him bringing in money might open up some possibilities if your team needs more money, or even a driver bringing a sponsor with him. Going to feature number 5, a My Team mode, where you can decide the team name and what championship you want to be in. You can decide if you want to start in F1, F2 or F3, and then once you win a championship you get the option to join a higher league. Going to feature number 6, a change to the settings. I want to be able to control the difficulty of the game, or even change the amount of money you make compared to AI, or change the rate that you can expect driver transfers. This will just change the game so that anyone can play it. If you want a big challenge you can do that, or if you just want to have some fun playing around for a bit, it's still possible. Number 7 is a small feature, but I think the game really needs it. Ultra fuel saving. There is some tracks like Miami or Japan where even if you tell the drivers to conserve fuel, they still lose fuel. This has caused me a DNF before. The ultra fuel saving mode will be much lower, where the drivers lift and coast much more. Feature number 8, sprint races and other tracks. Sprint races can be pretty interesting, adding a bit more strategy to the game. And other tracks would be great. Currently there are 38 tracks that has a grade 1 rating, meaning everyone can host a race there, and it will be cool to see it in the game. Feature number 9, better driver contracts, so that you can sign a driver for next season and not immediately. This is a really important feature because we rarely see a driver just randomly swap teams after race 3. And lastly, I want media features, something like a press conference or just interviews on the grid before a race starts, and your answers will build up morale or get you in trouble with your sponsors or something like that. But this is a new game, so I'm pretty sure we will see a lot of these features. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. It will only take a second and you can always unsubscribe later. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.